Hello everybody, this is Dartt, and today we've got some magic daily quests to finish. We've got cast 15 white or blue spells, cast 15 red or green spells, and cast 15 green or white spells. We've made a little bit of progress on these, but decks needed tweaking and stuff like that, so yeah, we had kind of an underperforming hot mess going on. So deck's been tweaked, and let's take a look at the final thing. What I came up with was a Colossal ramp deck. It has basically a lot of stuff from white to mess with our opponent's early game, and a lot of land ramp, a little bit of card draw, and some absolutely huge creatures for our opponent to mess with and try and deal with. So, could be really good. Hopefully it'll be a departure from the first iteration of this deck, so let's jump right in and see how we do. Okay, and our first opponent is Vampire Guy. He's definitely looking like a vampire. He's got black and a soul-spiked collar, upturned collar thing going on. He's got some fangs, and he's got purple stuff coming out of his eyes. Yeah, he is... Well, okay. Let's see what we get for an opener. Okay, we get 3 lands, an Outland Colossus, a little bit of card draw, land ramp, and some removal. I think we'll keep it. Our opponent plays a Colorless Wastes card, which is kind of an interesting choice. He's only got 5 cards to draw down to 6. I'm guessing our opponent may be a little bit mana screwed. There's a Swamp and an Asylum Visitor. 2 cost 3/1. Beginning of each player's if that player has no cards in hand, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. And it's Madness 1. Okay. Here's a second sheer drop. And a second swamp from our opponent. He'll swing, we'll take 3, and then we'll sheer drop his creature the following turn. Not something I'm going to sweat. We draw into an Ondu Rising, which will give our creatures lifelink until end of turn, whenever we have creatures. Play that. Play this. Nah, we don't need to pay the awaken cost. Let's just get rid of that. And our opponent plays a Cursed Spirit of 4 cost 3/2 with Intimidate, meaning it can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and creatures that share color with it, in this case black. So nothing we can do until next turn. Let's go ahead and play Nissa's Pilgrimage. Filter our deck, grab some land out of it. And here is a Ghoul Steed, a 5 cost 4/4. If he pays 2 colorless and 1 black, he can discard 2 cards and return it from his graveyard to the battlefield tapped, making it kind of a hard card to deal with. He attacks with the 3/2. We take 3. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play the Sheer Drop. Destroy that. And the Elemental Bond. It'll get us set up to play the Outland Colossus next turn. And him playing black, I'm hoping he doesn't have a whole lot of hard removal for it. He plays a Minotaur Abomination, a 6 cost 4/6. He swings for 4. And we wind up taking it. We draw into another Mrs. Pilgrimage. We're going to go ahead and play a Plains. Play the Outland Colossus, which will allow us to draw a card, which happens to be a big, ugly, nasty spined worm. So that's good for us. And that's going to do it for us. Now we get to find out if he's got hard removal. No, what he does have is a Juggernaut. The 4 cost 5/3 that attacks each turn if it can and can't be blocked by walls. And he swings. Alright. Well, we're going to get rid of the biggest thing we can, which is a 4/6. Let's take 4 damage from the steed, but that's fine. Plays a mountain. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the spined worm in play. We draw a card. And let's go ahead and play the Mrs. Pilgrimage. And we are not going to attack, because if we do, we're going to be in a heap of trouble. So we'll wait. Our opponent plays an Indulgent Aristocrat, a 1 cost 1/1 with lifelink. He can pay 2, sacrifice a creature, and put a 1/1 counter on each vampire he controls. And he's forced to attack with the Juggernaut and chooses to attack with the Steed. So, let's do this. He'll lose 2 creatures, we'll lose 1. Which is just fine. We are in kind of dire straits here, so let's go ahead and play the Ondu Rising. No, we'll wait on it actually. We'll play the Avon. Well, we could have swung first and then played the Avon. Whatever. Let's see if he feels like taking 6 damage. He does not. So he loses his lone creature. And that will be our turn for now. He plays another Minotaur Abomination. 6 cost, 4/6. We've seen this before. I don't think we can really afford to let up on him, so let's go ahead and play the Ondi Rising. We will awaken it. Choose one of our forests. Turning it into a 4/4. And we will attack with the Colossus and the Avon. He'll block and lose his creature. That brings us up to 13, which is a little bit healthier. And he plays a Jesus Bidding, a 4-cost sorcery, which allows him to put 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. He's basically grabbing at straws, trying to find some blockers. Okay. I'm going to play a forest. And let's swing with these two. He can go ahead and double block and kill the forest if he wants. I really don't care. We're losing both of these in the process and allow this to turn into a 12/12. More likely, he'll assign one to block both. Each, both, yeah. Each, sorry. For some reason, I'm having a hard time speaking English today. Okay, let's play the Gaia's Revenge. Alright. And our opponent plays a Dragon Skull Summit. Ends his turn, and we draw into another Celestial Flare. At this point, I think our opponent is pretty well screwed. Because we're going to attack with everything, force him to lose his lone blocker. And, yeah. Yep. Well, we were at 4 and he was at 20 now. He's at 4 and we're near 13. And here comes some more zombies. Little zombie token things. And let's go ahead and attack. Force him to sacrifice another creature. And that's the game. Alright. Good stuff. Okay. And our opponent this matchup is Rogue Girl. Or Thief Girl, or something. She's got some leather armor. She's got a little hood thing going on with the skeleton key for a finger. She can unlock just about anything, I guess. And she's got some war paint on her face. Yeah. Let's see what we get. Okay, we draw into a couple of lands. A couple of big creatures. I'd really like one more land at least, so this is a lot better. And we get Nissa, Agaea's Revenge, and some land ramp. Oh, this could be real good. Let's keep this. There's a fourth land. And there's an Outland Colossus. Gotta love this. Next turn, I think we're going to start using our Nissa's Pilgrimages to pull land out of our deck. Okay. Our opponent plays a Harvest Hand, a 2/2 artifact creature. And whenever it dies, it transforms into some sort of weaponry that her minions can equip. That's just fine, though, because we've certainly got our share of tricks up our sleeve. Okay, and here's the second Harvest Hand. Our opponent attacks for 2, which we will take. Let's go ahead and play the Outland Colossus. It'll give us a blocker and kind of thin out our hand a little bit. Kind of running close to 7 cards. And our opponent plays Rattle Chains. 2 cost 2/1 with flash and flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, target spirit, gains hexproof until end of turn. You may cast spirit spells as though they had flash. Alright. Interesting. And here's a Thraben Gargoyle, a 1 cost 2/2 defender, meaning it cannot attack. Our opponent has to pay 6 to transform it into something slightly bigger, slightly nastier, which can. And it is our turn. So we can play a forest. Let's thin our deck a little bit more, get some more land in play. That should let us play our Agaea's Revenge next turn. And I think we will just wait. No, we're not going to attack. No point in losing our 6/6 to a bunch of 2/2s. We'll wait and see if we can get sheer drop something. Like that. Yeah, we'll take the damage, but we're gonna, I think, sheer drop that next turn. Pay the awaken cost? Oh, sure. Select that to destroy. Choose a land to gain 3/1/1 counters. Okay. Let's keep this party on the ground. And we'll just sit here and wait. We don't have to attack just yet. We're good. Our opponent plays an Aberrant Researcher, a 4-cost 3/2 with flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. If it's an instant or sorcery, transform Aberrant Researcher. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack with the forest. And see if he wants to double block. He does. Good. Now, let's force him to lose a creature. And we'll just go ahead and kill the other one. Good stuff. And that will do it for us, I think. Our opponent swings with the 3/2, which we cannot block. Not much we can do about that, so we'll take the damage. And he plays a second Aberrant Researcher. Play a Plains. We draw into a Celestial Flare, which will more than likely come in handy. And I think we're going to swing. And I do indeed. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack. He chooses to block with his Gargoyle. And we will go ahead and play Gaia's Revenge. It's not quite as satisfying whenever your opponent's blue and he just is all tapped out. And we will play Nissa, I think. And we'll probably flip her next turn. Our opponent decides to equip both of his equipments on one researcher. Nothing doing, huh? Alright. And that's Nissa turned into a Planeswalker. Let's go ahead and see what the top card of our library is. This is a Stalwart Haven, which is good. Now, we are going to swing with everything, I have a feeling, and see what our opponent wants to block. Okay, and that will draw a Celestial Flare from us. play the Avon so we can't get rid of Nissa. And surprise, surprise, he decides to attack Nissa, and we will block. What? Oh, it has Menace. We can't block. Oh well. Looks like we're going to lose Nissa. Or he's attacking us. Never mind. I'm not all that concerned. What? That was bizarre. Anywho, our opponent plays a Forgotten Creation. The 4-cost 3/3 with Skulk. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may discard all the cards in your hand. If you do, draw that many cards. That's fine. Well, whatever. Whatever. Our opponent blocks Guy's Revenge, loses one of his creatures. We gain a 12/12, and we will play the Yavimaya Worm. And just for grins, let's play the Rock Smaulers too. Our opponent plays a Rattle Chains, 2/1 flying with flash. It's not enough to kill us or save him. He is not going to attack. He'll wait and block. Of course, it doesn't matter. We attack with everything, and that should be a good game. And it is. Alright. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out and watching some, or playing some Magic with me today. And if you like this, feel free to thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that. And as always, this is Dartt. Good luck. Have fun in all your games.